Welcome back, minions. I'm back with another one. Today, you already know, as I said yesterday, if y'all keeping up with me, I'm going to be making some steak today with some white rice, some pink beans, and a nice green salad. So check out my steak. We're going to be already pounded it out. I tenderized it. And here are my vegetables that I'm going to be using to incorporate it with the rest of my ingredients. You want milk? Say hi to you too. Alright, they don't know how to act. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm gonna chop up the ingredients and I'm gonna get everything started. Alright. Alrighty then, I'm back. Okay, so right here we got the steak, right? And these are the ingredients that I'm gonna use. So I got some red peppers, green peppers, and red onions. I also have some garlic over here. I'm gonna use some adobo. Wait, did you guys see that? Okay, right there. Okay, because, I got a phone. Anyway, I got some adobo, and I got some Dominican oregano. Okay? Those are the ingredients you're going to need. Don't use salt because, steak absorbs I guess all of this stuff has salt in it, but don't put any salt in your steak, trust me. It's going to come out salty. So right here, I'm going to just dash them on the top. Right? And then I'm going to, flip it over. I'm going to flip this over and continue the same process. You're just going to go and you're going to do the same to the other side. Okay? Because adding all of this is also. So now I'm going to preheat my pot. And I'm going to add some olive oil. So I'm preheating my olive oil, and I forgot to tell you guys to add this. I forgot. So some oregano, and that's it. And once my oil has been preheated, we're gonna add these in there. Well, actually, I like to brown my steak first, and then I add the rest of the things. Okay. And my oil has preheated, and let me just grab this right here, guys, because I need to use this. All right, guys, here we go. We're gonna start browning. Okay, we're browning. Okay. I should have let it preheat a little bit more. But we're just gonna let that brown up, and then we're gonna add the rest of the ingredients. Alright, so now that I've browned my stuff, I also forgot to tell you guys another ingredient is cilantro. You add this. You got this or culantro. There's two of them. There's the long leaf one and this one. I like the long leaf one for steak. It gives it like a really good flavor. But this is the only thing that they had at the supermarket at the time. But it's still good. So that you add the cilantro right before you're almost when the steak is almost done. So here we go. Let me put you guys down a little bit, and I'm going to add these ingredients right here. Going in. It is going in. It's going down. I'm yelling timber. You better move. You better dance. Let's hit the lights. Let me stop before you already know start doing this copyright crap. But here we go. And this is what it's looking like already. Yabba dabba doo. So this is what it looks like so far. Then I'm gonna just move it around. Look at that. Look at that. Wait. I want you guys to really look at that. That is beautiful. I'm gonna start moving around, and I'm gonna get those peppers and those onions down to start sweating, because that's how you get the flavors to start concentrating, so that once this is done, this will be so yummy. All right, you already know. Check it out. My peppers and onions are starting to sweat, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some water on there. So let me get my water. Some water. Okay. And just a little bit of water. Add some water. And then we're gonna, once it starts boiling, you cover it, okay? Moving on with the beans now. Now the beans that I'm gonna cook with are gonna be this pinto beans because they're like the best. So basically we're gonna use the same ingredients, almost like there's a little bit extra ingredients that we do the beans with in my culture. So we basically are gonna have the same ingredients. The only difference is that we're gonna add 1, 2, 3 more ingredients that are gonna be different. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think 4 more ingredients are gonna be extra on this. So we basically are just gonna, I just preheated my pot with some oil, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna throw in the peppers, and wait, let me take that one out because hold up guys, so that one had like a little bit of that piece of paper, that sticker that comes on with the vegetables, and I basically, guys, I'm sorry. Ugh. Let me put my lighting back. Thank God it was just that and not anything else. Okay, so now we're just gonna throw in our we got garlic, we got garlic, we got thyme, we got bell peppers, and we have the pumpkin. But the pumpkin that we use is gambanza. That's the other pumpkin. It's like a different color. It's not like the same pumpkin. I think it's like a different one. So basically, I just put some big chunks of the vegetables because you can once the beans are done, you just scoop out the big ingredients. So we're just, like I said, we're sweating it. We're making it sweat. We're sweating We're sweating the vegetables. We're sweating. They're in the gym. Alright, so I'm gonna add my adobo and oregano. Okay. Let me just put you guys down because I'm just over here. What I'm gonna do? Add some of this. I'm getting some flavor. Gonna add my oregano. Dominican oregano. There's a difference because I am Dominican. I'm gonna put a dash of that. And we have thyme, pumpkin. We have to add a pinch of brown sugar and a little bit of vinegar, of white vinegar. So basically, I'm just sauteing. Once I put everything in there, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. We're gonna add this now, the pinto beans. I don't want my garlic to burn. Oh, another thing is, guys, once you put the lid on your steak, we're gonna simmer it on low, not medium low, well, something like medium low, towards a little low, so that the water doesn't evaporate so fast. And always use like a steel pot because we want to tenderize our meat. And it's gonna simmer there, like, since I tenderized my meat with the tenderizer, you know, that little hammer thing. You can use anything to pound it out before you do it so it can cook faster. And that's gonna help us cook it a little faster. So I'm using, sorry, excuse me, I just burped. I'm using the kind of steak that I bought was top round chunk steak, center steak, because that's like the best, to me, that's like the best part of the cow. So the steak is gonna simmer for about an hour and 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending what type, if you tenderized it or not. So I'm gonna start adding the pumpkin, the thyme, and the brown sugar and the vinegar once my beans are almost done. Oh, and my cilantro. Remember, we're using basically like the same ingredients we did with the steak. Alright, I'll be back with you in a minute. And I forgot. We also, once we add the water to the beans, we're gonna add some tomato paste. Depending the size, we're gonna add about half a tablespoon of tomato paste. Yes, put the cucumber back. Alright, my son is over here already starting shit. So, alright, I'll be back with you in a minute. Again. So I just added the tomato paste and I added the pumpkin. The thyme, sugar, and vinegar, and cilantro we add when it's almost done. So right now, this is what it's gonna look like. And once all the flavors and everything starts concentrating and it starts boiling, we're gonna put it on high heat. Once it starts simmering, we're gonna put it on medium high, and we're gonna cover it, and we're gonna let that simmer. Once it's almost done, I like to mash my beans a little bit, like towards the side of the pan. I'll show you guys a little bit of how I do that once it's ready for that. For now, just let it boil and let all those flavors concentrate, because that's what gives it that like bang 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 bang, like pops bang bang bang, and you go bang bang in your mouth, all those beautiful flavors in your palate. So you already know. Be right back. Yeah, another thing, we gotta add a little bit of salt too. So I'm gonna add some salt, just to your taste. Add some salt to your taste and make sure you taste it. Don't add too much, because once it's like, the flavors are concentrated, it brings out the salt more. So be careful with that, because it may taste like it's not, enough salt, and then next once it's already done, it's gonna like be salty. So be careful with the salt you add. This is what it's looking like. These are all my stuff that I have in here. Delicioso. This is Dominican beans. This is how we make it. Can't go wrong with that. See that, guys? All those beautiful colors. It's gonna make you so happy when it goes in your mouth. It's gonna make your mouth happy. Your tongue is gonna be like, On with the rice. I got 2 cups of rice right here. We're gonna add 3 cups of water. For every cup of rice, you add 1.5 cup of water. So we got 1, 2, and 3. This is so our rice will be perfect, because rice always has to be measured. When you're making rice, everything has to be measured. So now I'm gonna let that starts boiling. Once it starts boiling, I'm gonna add salt, and I'm gonna add a little bit of oil. And then once this is ready to throw the rice in, we're gonna wash and rinse our rice a few times to take out some of the arsenio. And then once it starts, drying up a little bit, we're gonna put the lid on it, and we're gonna put it on low heat. So stay tuned for that. I'm about to add a little. My water's starting to boil. Look at the beans, guys. Look at that. And it's changing color. Ooh, it got bugged up. Alright, I'm gonna add a little bit of oil. I'm gonna be careful, okay? Just a little bit. Just a little bit to your water, where the water that you're gonna add the rice to. Then now, damn, guys, I'm over here. I wish I was an octopus right now, so I could just have multiple arms to do multiple tasks at once. So now I'm going to add the salt. I'm going to add the salt, and as I add the salt, I'll taste it and see and adjust it. So, make sure it doesn't, you can always add salt. That's what Emerald said. Excuse me. You can always add salt, but you can't take out salt. So, little by little until you adjust it to the right taste. So, over here, I got everything that I used to make, all my ingredients that I used to make the food, like, onion, pepper, cilantro, garlic, oregano, and a little bit of olive oil and some chicken bouillon. I forgot to add a little bit. To tell you guys to add a little bit of chicken bouillon onto the beans. So I just washed my rice. Oh, back to what I said. Hello. These kids are fighting. Do it again. Do it again. What I'm gonna do is I'm making my sofrito. So I'm gonna blend all of those ingredients, and then I'll put it in the refrigerator, so that way I don't have to cut. Every time I'm cooking, I could just, and like I said, it helps stretch the vegetables so that they last longer. So now this is the rice. Back to the rice. The rice is boiling, fogging up. There you go. So in a minute, when it starts to dry up a little bit, I'm gonna put the lid on it and put it on low heat for about 20 to 25 minutes, depending on the size of your rice. You guys, my steak cooked faster than I thought. Like, I guess the part of the cow. Hello, look, everybody looking at you on YouTube, crying. Yeah, I cry, baby. Anyway. So it cooked fairly faster than I thought. It's already tender. I guess it took a different kind of steak. Cause you know, depending on the part of the steak of the cow, that's how that's how fast it cooks, and it gives you different types of taste and texture and stuff like that. So this is it, guys. Let me try to put it where it won't fog up. Look at that, guys. Look at that. I have an electric stove. Don't mind those black things around the rings, those black things. Oh yeah. Guys, I already know, I already feel it. It's gonna be delicious. I actually added a little bit of salt because I kind of put a lot of water in it, so it kind of like made it bland a little bit. So I added a little bit to bring out the flavors, and now I turned off my stove, and it's just. Alright, so we're just gonna wait until the beans and the rice is done. We are making our sofrito. I put all the vegetables in there. You know, the peppers and all that stuff I showed you. Thank you, Mason, for putting the bottle right in front of the video. Oh, Masayo, even worse. I got my little ninja. So, yeah. Let's see this. Oh, yeah. Check it out. Look at that. Sofrito. Check it out.
Don't play with it.
When you do, you put it in a container and you just refrigerate. Oh my God! Look what my son is doing.
That's not me.
Why are you doing that?
That's me.
Tell everybody what you're doing.
I know what his.
Ah, whatever. I'm not wasting my video.
Oh, I know, Mason.
Because you already know my video. It's gonna get cut off to the next one. Alright, I just finished mashing down my beans a little bit. And in a minute. Excuse me. Excuse you. What I said about when I'm recording. Do it on purpose. So, there you go. I just mashed them down a little bit, using your spoon. Like, you go like this and you mash it to the side, I can't do it just now because I got one hand occupied. But that's how you mash them down a little bit, and that's what gives it a little bit of a consistency in it. And in a little while, I'm gonna add my little tab, just a little bit of vinegar, a pinch of brown sugar, my thyme, and my cilantro. So my beans are almost done. So I'm gonna go and add the thyme. Boom. I'm going to add. Oh, I forgot to put the cilantro in the steak. Oh my God. Anyway, I probably just saute it a little bit with it, because that really does give it taste. Ah, this is dumb. I didn't do it. Alright, so I'll fix that up later. I'll just cook it up a little bit and add it there. Or whatever. Anyway, so I just added that. Now I added the cilantro and the thyme. Now I'm going to take some brown sugar, a pinch of brown sugar. And we're going to add it to, I'm going to add a little bit more. Add it to our thing. Now I'm going to take the white wine vinegar. I mean, not white wine, just white vinegar. Alright. And we're just going to add a little bit. Just like a little bit on this TV. Just a little bit, because I'm not making a lot. Just a little bit. So this is so far what it's looking like. So far. The beans. I think I might add a little bit more tomato paste to give it more color. But other than that, we're almost done, guys. I'm gonna move on to the greens in a minute.